She had the look of the 1940s, the sultry gaze, the short stature, and the iconic peekaboo hairstyle. Veronica Lake was a dazzling noir star, a goddess of mystery in films like Sullivan's Travels and The Blue Dahlia. She was everything Hollywood desired, yet her flame burned out faster than any star in history. Why did her career vanish almost overnight? But the truth was far darker than anyone imagined. What happened next shocked everyone. The ultimate femme fatale became the ultimate tragedy. Born Constance Frances Marie Aukelman in 1919, her childhood was unstable and tragic. Her father died in a devastating industrial accident when she was only 10. Her mother quickly remarried, moving the family frequently. Constance was an emotionally troubled child. Doctors later suggested she suffered from schizophrenia. This deep-seated volatility, a fierce temperament masked by icy beauty, was present long before she stepped onto a soundstage. Her mother, desperate for success, pushed her into Hollywood. Renaming her Veronica Lake in 1940, the fragility beneath the fame was the time bomb of her destiny. Veronica Lake exploded onto the scene in 1941. Her success was built on her dazzling look and her sharp, cynical delivery, especially opposite Alan Ladd. But her small size, barely 5 feet, and huge reputation masked a cripplingly difficult personality. She was notoriously rude, prone to screaming matches, and showed contempt for directors and co-stars. She was once famously described as Veronica the Vicious. The tension escalated during World War II. Her iconic hairstyle, draped alluringly over one eye, became a national safety hazard. Factory workers mimicking the style suffered terrible accidents when their hair caught in machinery. The U.S. government and studios pressured her to change the look. She complied, but the magical allure was gone. Furthermore, her erratic behavior and spiraling alcoholism began to alienate the only people who could save her: the producers. The most devastating blow was the loss of her young son in 1943. Her personal life was unraveling as her professional life demanded perfection. The peak dramatic moment occurred around 1946. Her behavior became so unpredictable and her drinking so heavy that Paramount Pictures, the studio that created her, abruptly canceled her contract. They simply cut their losses. The speed of her descent was shocking. A star who was saving the studio just years earlier was now deemed unhireable. The truth was, the pressure of maintaining that fragile, dangerous persona, coupled with personal tragedies, led to a complete breakdown. She tried to make a comeback, but the roles were lesser, the public was indifferent, and her alcoholism intensified. The revelation wasn't a scandal. It was a ghosting. Hollywood simply erased the existence of one of its biggest stars, tossing her onto the discard pile. By the 1950s, Veronica Lake was completely gone from cinema. She went through multiple messy divorces, eventually moving to New York and struggling to find work. The former movie goddess was discovered working as a barmaid in a rundown Manhattan hotel in 1962. The sight of the once glamorous star reduced to anonymity was heartbreaking. She made a meager living in small stage productions and low-budget films. Lake died in 1973 from kidney failure, reportedly alone and impoverished. Her poignant legacy is the haunting reminder of how ruthlessly Hollywood consumes and discards its own creations.